Hello, everyone. Welcome to PCE Final Frontier podcast. I am Shivangi, your PCE guide at PCE Final Frontier, helping one student at a time. Visit our website www.pceff.com to enroll in our courses today. Hello, everyone. Welcome to PC Final Frontier podcast. Today, we are going to discuss a very important update that we recently received from the CAPR regarding the CPTE 2026 exam. This podcast is going to talk about some eligibility and attempt limits. If you are planning to take CPTE next year in 2026, you must listen to this podcast episode. Now, I'm going to have Mr. Ravneet Singh talk about the eligibility criteria, the two section A and B, which explain the attempt limit, what is a CPT attempt, some more examples, and some special cases and exceptions from some provinces. So, listen to this podcast episode. DM us if you have any questions, and we should be able to answer and help you out.
Hello, Final Frontier Warriors. CAPR announced new updates on CPTE, and I'll try to make it easy to understand who can register for the new CPTE format, which is starting January 2026. So we'll break it down for Canadian grads and also international candidates and talk about the new attempt limits. So this new policy applies to anyone who wants to sign up for the CPTE, from students about to graduate to internationally trained physios looking to work in Canada. Let's talk about who is eligible. For the Canadian educated candidates, if you studied in Canada, you can register for the CPTE if you're either currently enrolled in or you've graduated from a physiotherapy program that's officially accredited by PIAC, which is the Canadian accreditation body. But you can only attempt CPTE once you've finished all your course requirements. Your school will confirm with the CAPR that you're ready. Let's take an example. Sandra, who's about to finish her program at a PIAC accredited university, as soon as she's completed her last class, her school tells the CAPR that she's eligible, and Sandra can sign up for the next CPTE session. So that was about the Canadian grad. Let's talk about internationally educated candidates. If you are trained outside Canada, you all know that you need to get your evaluation done from CAPR. So once you're approved, you have 2 years from that decision when to take the CPTE. For example, Carlos, who completed their physiotherapy degree in Brazil, applies to CAPR for evaluation. Once he gets the go-ahead, Carlos has 2 years to register for the CPTE. How many times can you take the CPTE? Now, based on CAPR's instructions, there are two groups, Section A and Section B. Which group you're in depends on when you first try to take the old written exam, which is now called PCE. Section A, which is most of the candidates, you're in Section A if you first attempted the old written, it was between January 1st, 2013 to December 31st, 2025. Or if your first ever attempt is at CPTE. Section A candidates gets up to 3 total attempts to pass the CPTE. There's no time limit. You could spread them out if you want, but after 3 unsuccessful tries, you can't attempt again. What is an attempt? If you fail the clinical component or a substitute approved by any provincial regulator, like OCE, those all count toward your 3 total tries. It's very important to note that previous attempts at old written exam don't count unless you've already failed the written exam 3 times and you're not eligible, then you really can't take the CPTE. Let's take another example. Amar, who tried the clinical exam in Ontario and the Alberta postgrad clinical exam, now wants to take the CPTE. All those count as attempts, even though they were different exams, so he must not exceed 3 in total. Section B candidates, let's call them earlier candidates. If your first written exam attempt was before 2013, you're in section B. You get a maximum of 5 tries to pass the CPTE with no time limit. Same rules. Failed clinical or regulator approved alternatives all count towards your 5 tries. Let's take another example for understanding. Priya, who wrote the written exam back in 2011, failed a clinical exam and now wants to try CPTE. She counts all her practical and approved exam attempts, but not the written, and can only go up to 5 total tries. Are there any exceptions? Well, each Canadian province regulator can make exceptions to their rules if they decide it's necessary or if you have a very valid reason. So please check with your regulator where you plan to work. So in summary, just remember, Canadian and international candidates each have set requirements, and your total CPTE attempts depends on when you started your exam journey. So send your questions to this email ID, and I'll see you in the live lectures of the CPTE with the Final Frontier team. Wish you all good luck, and let's pass the exam.
Thank you, Mr. Ravneet Singh. That was really good. I am pretty sure I have a very clear understanding, as well as the people listening to this podcast have clearly understood the eligibility and attempts needed for the CPTE coming up next year. We look forward to hearing more updates from the CAPR in the next month or two, and that will give us a more better idea for our preparation. Till then, my friends, listen to this podcast and listen to our previous podcast. Thank you. That's all for today. Thank you for joining today. Reach out to us at support@pceff.com for any questions. Follow us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for more content. Have a wonderful week and keep learning.